just see if I can share this to the correct places. I'm going to put this in the VIP chat. I wanted to give a quick live to a few people. Just to give you an update, sneak peek. It's going to change it here as well. Sneak peek. There we go. Okay, we should be live. There we go. Whether we get people watching or not, I just thought I'd go live. I've got a bit of spare time, so I thought, why not go live? Now, we have, okay, this is just Mitchell. How are you, mate? This is, how are you, Gru? This is, seems weird calling you Gru. This is just for the people that are kind of paying attention. I thought I'd do a little showcase and then do a little bit of training. Nicolita, how are you? Why does it say one people when there's obviously three people here? That's weird. But I thought I'd do a little bit of training. First of all, thought I would show you. There you go. It just takes time to catch up. How are you, Jordan Twin? Thought I'd show you a new little Megalink page we've got going live because this looks really good. We're going to officially launch it tomorrow, but I thought I'd just show you a little bit of what we've been working on. Where is the page? So I'm going to show you that. And then I'm going to cover a little few questions I get every day, or a few questions I got today particularly. Okay, I'm going to cover them as well. Okay, I'm going to cover them as well. So let me grab the link. I'm going to show you we've got a new mega funnel going live. And this is what the front end looks like, guys. I'm just going to share my screen. There you go. So this, obviously, only you guys are seeing this, so please don't share. But this is the new Megalink front end. Okay. And I'm sure you'll agree, this looks really cool. It actually takes a lot of, there's a VSL needs to go there. It takes a lot of inspiration. Yeah, very fancy. Really nice new page. I'm sure you'll agree. This should convert like gangbusters. So this goes live very soon. Okay. Very, very soon. How cool does that look? This should convert like crazy. Okay. Because there is just stuff like, it's the best looking page I've seen, and it should absolutely convert like gangbusters. Okay. So we've took all the best like you can see, still some work to do. I got to shoot the VSLs yet, but this should go live really soon, guys. Okay. And this will convert fantastically. Well, there's a whole new funnel. Okay. And we've took a different angle with this, very different angle. Okay. So that's really exciting. So there's 15 people. I just went live on the off chance. So 15 people will get got a sneak preview. But the other thing as well, guys, okay, I've got a lot of people, well, not a lot of people. We're doing the challenge. Okay, we're doing the challenge this week. A lot of people are getting traffic, people are getting comments, people are getting sales. Okay. Yeah, the comment one's nice. We want to get a converting better, and I think this one will convert better. We yet to test it, to be honest, but we are putting new split testing in place. Okay, you'll see this, guys, on the Megalink. Okay, you will see it change each time someone visit because we're putting quite heavy split testing into place. Okay, it's one thing we're going to do a lot more of now is split testing the whole funnel. But anyway, one of the things people are getting on, I saw it in our VIP chat, and I thought I'd do a live about it. Okay, I thought I'd do a little live about it. Now, we're doing the 10-minute challenge. Okay, and a lot of people are like, I'm getting traffic, but I'm not getting sales. I've had a few comments. I'm not getting this. Guys, we've done it for 4 days. Okay, we've done it for 4 days. Obviously, if you're a VIP, we've done it a bit longer. Um, I'm going to tell you what business is really like. Okay, I know a lot of people sugarcoat it, and a lot of people say you can make millions of dollars sitting there pressing the computer, and this is what people normally buy. Okay, this is what people normally buy. But as you know, I can't kind of keep it real. Yes, affiliate marketing can change your life, but you still have to put in the work, guys. Like 4 days at 10 minutes, maybe whatever you're doing per day, 2 hours. Okay, is not going to change your life. The idea is for you guys to be consistent. Okay. This should be the start for most people of consistency. Consistency is what builds a business. Okay. Building that foundation that you can build upon is what builds a business. I know everyone's telling you, oh, we'll do all for you. We'll do all of this for you. We're just going to make you loads of money. You just sit back, relax, and we'll make it all for you. But I want you to really think, guys. I want you to understand the difference between what people are teaching you and what people are selling you. Okay. At the end of the day, this is where you start really learning the difference. Okay. The difference between who is first live, second, welcome to Salonia. I wish YouTube would have people's names. This is where you find the real difference, okay, between people that are trying to tell you the truth and the people that are just trying to sell their thing, okay? This affiliate marketing, when you first start it, okay, it is new. It is new, so you need to learn it. You need to understand this stuff. Like I talk about on the Tuesday lives, like I talk about all the time, you need to learn some stuff, guys. Okay. Yes, we do 90% of the stuff for you most of the time, but you still learn to do that 10%, which is the easiest part. Okay. Um, but I all like literally like we done the live earlier. So many people. Yes, exactly. Like we give people the assets, okay? We've got different stages. We got different stages of pulling you through the work you need to do. Okay. So when you're new to the game, okay, yes, other people, and I know other people are like, you don't need to do anything, just do Facebook. But when you're new to the game, the most important thing is taking action. So we give you simple actions to do. Okay. So that you can start. Um, you can start. So you can start taking those little bit more actions. Okay. Because most people in this game know how to sell to you guys. Okay. They know that when you're new, you think, right, all I've got to do is ABC. I know all you have to do is ABC, then get rid of A and B and do D, E, F, and then get rid of B and D and then do you see what I mean? Like you're building on these foundations all the time. And this is where the big money comes into it. And this is why most people do not earn masses of money online. It's because they keep it simple. Today hasn't got a topic. Dubai, I'm just going live. I just went live because I miss it on Facebook. It's the one thing I miss about Facebook is I could just go live, get people on, and like get some feedback. That's it. Um, but most of the time, people come in, they do the basic stuff, I earn money, and they buy the next shiny object. What you need to do, guys, okay, what you really, really, really need to do, you need to make a commitment to yourself to do this, is realize that you'll start with ABC. Okay. And then that's the foundation built, and you'll build your skills on top of that. Okay. It's really important to understand this is the way it really is. This is why so many people go shiny object to shiny object to shiny object. This is why so many people need a coach. This is why I coach people. Okay. Because I can take them through the understand. I can build the foundation with them. Okay, you build that foundation with them, and then you take them to where they got to get to. You keep them going in that one direction instead of going around in circles and not really achieving anything. It doesn't matter. Okay, it does not matter if I forgot what I was going to say. Then I got so much going on. It does something doesn't matter. I don't know what it is, but it simply doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's a slow process, guys. Okay. It doesn't matter if it's a fast process. What matters is you go through the process. Okay. You go through the process, you have your goal in mind, and you go through the process to get there. Okay. And that's what the 10-minute challenge is, guys. The 10-minute challenge is designed to get those that haven't started. It's designed for those that don't have consistency to get them consistent. Okay. This is just the beginning of the story because I notice I can teach things that are really quite advanced. So if you have got this big foundation beneath you, you've got this business behind you that's getting a bit of traffic, getting a bit of traction, then I can help. Then we've got stuff to work on. When you're brand new and you're not really taking action, you're not really doing anything, there's nothing to work on. And this is the role of an actual coach. Okay. You've got to get that foundation built. So you've got things you can work on. So you're getting some traction. Okay. The hardest people to coach are those that don't take action. If you don't take action, you're not building anything. Okay. So take relentless action. 4 days is not relentless. 40 days is not relentless. Relentless is you keep putting in the action, you keep doing the work, you keep listening to the feedback until the foundation is built and you can step up. If you look at how I started where you guys are now. Okay, exactly where you are now. I started with the same outlook. I started with the same doubts. I started with the I don't know what I'm doing. All of this stuff, okay. And I started to put in action. Nothing happened for a little while, but then it starts to happen. Okay. You probably don't even notice. Some of you are at the stage where things are starting to happen. You probably don't even know. Because it's only when you like I went to my coach and I'm like, what do I do here when I start out? Keep going, keep going, keep going. And then they can look back and say, right, now you start doing this. Now you've got some traction, you start doing this. And this is where the snowball effect comes. Too many people are not progressing. Okay. They're not really putting in the foundation to build upon. Okay. Does that make sense, guys? I know it's not what everyone want to hear, but as usual, if you want to be fed all of the fluff, you're not really going to get it from me. Okay. I'm not going to tell you you're going to earn $1 million tomorrow by pressing the button because you ain't, guys. Okay. Putting in the reps. Nothing worth having, nothing worth having, guys, comes easy. Okay. Nothing worth having. And all the time, like I jumped on a call with my coach, 8 a.m. this morning. So that was what, 8 hours ago. Jumped on a call with my coach. And I'm like, right, like, where are my big levers? Where are the big things I can focus on? That's what we look for. Okay. I have levers. I have these little levers I can pull that have big effects. Okay. When you're just starting or you're just getting traction, you need to put in a lot of work to build those levers. Okay. Because if you pull the lever now, nothing's going to happen. If you pull a lever and think, right, I'm getting 10 clicks every month, nothing's going to happen. Okay, exactly. It's like building a house. How many people would build a house? They'll build a foundation and think, oh, I can't be bothered now. No one would because you invested in it. So you've got to make that choice and that commitment to actually do this, guys, to do whatever it takes. It's no different to any other business. Okay, except other businesses cost a lot more money to start. Other businesses, you need to be somewhere. You need staff. Okay, you need a team. You need all of this stuff, which you don't need with what we do. Like you can design, once you've got the foundation, you can literally design this business around your life. If you want a freedom business where you can do what you want when you want, you can do that. And I actually fluctuate. I'm like, let's go, let's build big. And then I'm like, actually, I want to go smaller again. I want a nice, easy time. And I go through these stages where I'm redesigning the business depending around what I want. Okay. And that's what you guys need to think. What do you want? Do you want to make as much money as possible? Which never ends, by the way. It's not a good goal. I just want to make money. It's not a good goal because you're basically saying you don't ever want to be happy, is what you're saying. What you want is like, for me, it was like, right, my goal is to go away once a month, even if it's for a weekend. That's my goal. And we're in June, halfway through the year, and I've achieved it so far. Okay, I've been to Spain, Amsterdam, Spain twice, actually. I've been to Spain twice, with Portugal. So I'm off to Disney next week. These are my goals. This is the pat on the back for all of the work I've put in. Okay. So you need to set realistic goals, guys. You do need to reward yourself as well. Okay. Because yes, you're going to get tired. Yes, it's going to be hard work. And if you don't reward yourself, okay. And I mean, some people want to make an extra $500 a month. Once you get in the routine, like it's quite enjoyable. Like if you got a low barrier, like $500,000, that's actually like that's not enough for me. That won't pay my bills. It's really not enough. Um, I need I don't actually need that much to live, but my profit each month is quite large. But I always leave it there as a buffer. For example, okay, most people would take the money and they just spend it. They just spend the money they make. But I want a long-term business. Okay. I want a business that's going to be here supporting you guys, helping you towards your goals in 5 years. Okay. Because I know people like new and shiny, and new shiny object come along, teaches them nothing, takes the money, does nothing. This is why we're different, okay? Because I want to be here in 5 years supporting you guys that stick with it, that stick with us, that join the community. Okay, that's what I want out of this business. So we got a lot. I think I mentioned this earlier. We got our Wise account put on hold with $500,000 in it. It didn't really affect us. No one noticed. The payments got delayed by about a day or two, but no one noticed. Okay. And if we'd have lost the Wise, we'd have still been able to pay you guys because we're set up for long term business. Okay. Which is the way it needs to be. Okay. So you can see, guys, nothing's going to stop us as a business. We can't say that for certain. You can never say that, but I might die or something. But all the things we put into place are to protect the future of the business. Okay. And when you get a big business, guys, you switch from right, grow. You switch from that into right, what are the risks? What are the risks I need to watch out for? And we've done that. And now it's a case of what do I want out the business? Okay, what do I want out of the business? I want it to be in 5 years. I want it to be here in 10 years. Okay. But what I want month to month sometimes changes. So we've now gone through a growth, like a growth spurt. And now I'm like, right, I need to rest a bit. Okay. I need to step back a bit. And then I'll step back a bit. So I'll only work 8 hours a day, maybe six, have a couple of holidays. And then it'll be like, right, I'm rested. I know what I'm like. I'm rested. Let's go again, guys. And we've actually achieved so much. Like this funnel, okay, this type of funnel used to take a team of 8 people, 3 weeks. Me and one other person, we were like, let's see how quick we can do it. We've done it in basically a day, the entire funnel. That's how we've got our processes down now. Okay. You keep working, and that's a lever. That's a lever for the business. So those 8 people, okay, those 8 people, I don't plan on leaving, but obviously, like everyone snuffs it at some point. um, those 8 people can go on to other things. Okay, that's the magic of levers. Can you see how that's a lever, guys? Like 8 people, 3 weeks. That probably had a cost of, let's try and work it out, $40,000. 2 people, me and one other guy, one day probably has a cost. I mean, I put my time where I like, but that probably has a cost of a few $1,000s now. That's the lever we can pull. Okay. All these different levers to save money and to grow the business. Okay. But all the time, guys. Okay. And this is something you don't get told. Okay. All of the time, I've realized like when I have time off, the business kind of settles and sometimes it might go back slightly, but when I attack it, it grows. Okay. Um, if you want to grow, you have to force growth. Okay. When you want to grow, how are you, Leonard? You have to force that growth. Growth doesn't just happen, guys. No matter what you think, no matter what you've been sold, and no matter what you've been told, growth does not just happen. Yes, I'm still alive, Hillary. Growth doesn't just magically happen. Okay. Growth has to be forced. There has to be energy behind the growth for growth to happen, whatever that may be. Okay. Anyway, I've rabbited on for like 20 minutes with no real point. But if you've just joined us on this live, guys, rewatch it at the beginning. You'll see the new mega funnel that's going live with split testing, lots of split testing. and lots of cool, fun stuff that's happening. But the big message behind this, we've actually got, and Graham grew. This was kind of inspired from you. I'm like, what training could we do Saturday? I thought, what do people, what do people really suffer with? Okay, people think they need systems. People think they need to find out a traffic source. People think they need money to get paid traffic. Whereas when you've been in the game a while, you can see people with a kind of brute mindset and a mindset that just needs improving. Okay. The people who don't make it a lot of the time are the ones with a brute mindset. They may not see it. Okay. And maybe I don't see it in myself how I need to improve. Again, that's why you have a coach. My coach said to me this morning, this is exactly what my coach said. He said, when you're on the inside of a glass bottle, you can't see that there's a stick on the outside. I don't Bit of a weird analogy, I thought, but it makes sense. Okay. Like when you're in the day to day of your life, you can't see from the outside looking in. Okay. And a lot of the time, it takes someone on the outside looking in to notice things. And this is why I have a coach. I go to him with figures and I go to him with problems and pains. He helps solve them. And I've learned this takes some learning, guys. This really does. Whenever I notice myself starting to speak and try and coach him, I have to think, no, I'm paying him. He knows better than I do. And I have to lose my ego, which can be quite hard. Sometimes I have to lose my ego and just listen. Okay. Even though in the last 5 years, I've probably earned as much money, if not more than him, I know his skill. Okay. I know his knowledge. I know his experience. Okay. And money doesn't dictate how good you are, believe it or not. It's just that different people have different goals. Okay. Very clever guy. So if you have a coach, guys, submit, lose the ego. They're your coach for a reason. They do know better. Okay. Is one thing I've learned. Okay. So if you want to find out all about the mindset and how this dictates everything, we have got a one-time training this Saturday that you can jump on. If you're a team builder or VIP, you can share it. It's a very unusual training. What I've done with this, guys, I've kept it blind. If you look at the copy, you won't know it's mindset training. Okay, you won't know it's about mindset because this is just me thinking back to when I started this game. I thought I got a fantastic mindset. I'm relentless. I can just work, work, work. That isn't a good mindset. Okay, I've learned that over time. A good mindset is not I can just outwork anyone, which is what I used to think. That's not a good mindset. Okay. And the same, if you're just sitting there waiting for things to happen to you, that's not a good mindset either. Okay. Understanding that you control, okay, that you control your future, your destiny through this. Okay. Um, and you control your happiness and your outlook on life through this is probably the most powerful thing. I've practically, guys, okay, and this might seem hard to believe, I've designed my life, my family life, my home life, my work life around what I want. Okay. And you have as well, whether you believe it or not, you have. Okay. But I've consciously done it. I like being in the back cave. I like working. I like finding stuff out. I like learning. I like watching YouTube videos and getting aha moments. In the last 2, 3 weeks, I spent 40, 50 hours learning a brand new skill. Okay. Because I wanted to, because it excites me. It gets me out of bed at 5 a.m. to learn it. This is the outlook you should have. Not saying my mindset's perfect because it's not. It's far from it. But I realized, and I've trained my mind in a way, I think, that most of the time I'm pretty balanced. I have a pretty good outlook. I can work when I need to work. I can relax when I need to relax. Um, I know I perform my best. I know how when I'm not performing my best. For example, a little while ago, I was like, I'm really tired, so I thought I'm gonna have a snooze. Whereas old me wouldn't have done that. Okay, it would have been like I'll just battle through it. But now I'm like, I'm gonna have a snooze. I'm gonna relax for a little bit. And again, I know I'll be more productive Saturday if I work. Okay, I have to work Saturdays. We've got to do this mindset thing. Okay, so ran on a bit, found out the hard way, set a schedule. Don't work like a robot. Don't work. because there's all different people in this life, guys. There's those, and this used to be me, that would just work, and that's it. Just work, 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 work. Nothing else. Okay. Um, and then there's the opposite. There's those who do bugger all. Okay. And then there's everything in between. And the work, and like I take my hat off to anyone that works like a Trojan. Okay, I always take my hat off to those people. So I'd rather be that person than the person who does nothing and expect the world to land on their lap. But there is a happy medium in the middle. Okay, when you realize why you're really doing this stuff. But I'm not a mindset coach, guys. So don't listen to me too much. But jump on Saturday and listen to the special guest we've got coming in, because it will really, yeah, exactly. When you're forced to do something, or you'll force yourself to do something, it's different. Like, I like it, and this sounds really weird. I love it when there's a challenge. I love it when there's a challenge, not like the 10-minute challenge, but I like it when we lost, like in the past months, 5 weeks, we've lost about 5 things. Most people would crumble. I like the challenge. I'm like, let's get it on. Let's get it on. Let's work this out. I love that. This is why webinars. I will click, and a lot of you guys have seen these. I'll click go live, and I will just do a webinar. I won't even rehearse. I will just draw it out in front of people. I really enjoy that because it comes from the heart and the experience and the knowledge, and that gives me a bit of, that's like confidence. It gives me confidence, and it makes me think, well, I'm actually helping people instead of running through a script that is just designed to sell. I'm actually helping people, and people can see that. Okay, I believe people can see that. Like my coach always says, I'll leave you with this: I want people to succeed more than they do. Okay, you have to want to succeed, guys. Like what I was talking to him this morning. Okay, this guy's just made millions of dollars. He's like, I'm back. And we talked about Facebook. I told him about the software we're building. And he said, I love doing DMs. This guy makes millions of dollars through Facebook DMs. Okay. He doesn't sit there and think, oh, I don't want to do this. He thinks, okay, he's now came back into the game, slightly different niche, but back into the game. He'll spend 3 months doing it himself, finding the process that worked. Like I tell you, find the leverage, find the process that worked. He's now got 2 members of staff down at Form who he trained up. Okay. This is exactly what you need to do if you want to do DMs. Okay. And sometimes, guys, you have to do the things you don't want to do to get where you want to get to. Okay. You've got to go through some pain sometimes. Okay. How are you, Derek? Anyway, gonna leave with that, guys. Get out there, crush it. See you Saturday. And look out tomorrow on the 10-minute challenge for the news funnel. Hopefully it'll be done. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.